Hey guys, welcome to this presentation. I'm going to keep this short. You're looking at this because maybe you were intrigued by an ad you saw, or maybe you were intrigued by the name of this video on how you could be your own dealer, make the biggest commissions. Now, disclaimer, when I say be your own dealer, that does not mean that you have to take on all of the responsibilities and the headache of being a dealer. You are able to get paid like a dealer, but you don't have to worry about getting the installers and things like that. We already have all of that in place. As you go through this presentation, you're going to realize that this is the absolute best way for somebody to get involved in the solar industry, right? So with that being said, to keep this video short, we're going to go ahead and just jump right into the information. I'd like to start off by sharing this quote here that says, "To change things, don't try to fight the existing reality, but rather build a new model that makes the old model obsolete." Again, you're going to see through this presentation that that's exactly what we've created with Powur Energy, okay? After people notice and after people see what we've got to offer here at Powur, they do not want to work for a traditional solar dealer, okay? So here's our business model. We believe that the individual seller is the most valuable person in solar, and therefore they deserve the greatest benefit, meaning the highest commissions and the opportunity to create a leveraged income so they don't have to be selling solar and be a salesperson all their life. So what are some of the differences between the old and the new, okay? In the old model for solar, you sell for a dealer or you work for a company, okay? There's smaller commissions, little to minimal support. There's certainly no passive or residual income. And sometimes they do have it, but when you see what I'm gonna show you here, there really isn't, okay? There's no equity or ownership in the company. I'm gonna share with you how what I believe that people just by that part alone, we're going to create millionaires with our company, okay? Just by the equity part alone, because you could own a piece of the action simply by getting to work. There's no scalable technology. And then finally, you are creating your own competition. You are creating and training your own competition because people leave for bigger commissions and better opportunities. And I'm going to show you why that doesn't happen here, okay? Here you sell for yourself. Why? Because you are your own dealer, okay? The most lucrative seller commissions in the industry, daily training and support, passive income, equity opportunities, meaning you could own a piece of the company, scalable technology, and then finally, everybody has the same opportunity. This is the reason why people do not leave Powur for another dealer. Once they go Powur, they don't go back, okay? And I'm gonna share with you that here today. So let's jump right into this information. So here's the way the compensation plan works, okay? This is an industry-first transparent cost of goods model, okay? Other EPCs and dealers hide the true cost of the installation, okay, that the project needs, right? So they make large margins on your spread. Now, what Powur does is we actually give you the actual cost of goods, okay, as your base price. So in addition to that, you get the lion's share of the net revenue, which is a 70-30 split. So all of the cost, the labor, the inverters, obviously the panels, right? Any adders, all of the cost of goods, you see it. Fully transparent. Whatever's left over, Powur does a 70-30 split with you, the seller, and then half of their split, they actually pay it out in bonuses, and you're gonna see the way that works, okay? As the Powur community continues to drive volume, Powur's cost of goods falls. It falls lower than what it currently is. Therefore, it delivers more value for the customers and bigger commissions for you. Okay, I've literally had deals where I sold the deal. By the time it was installed, my price of goods had gone down, right? Because the company is actually has a unique model that nobody else has. So the traditional solar dealer, okay, here's the way the traditional solar dealer works. As you see, you've got the dealer and you've got the top guy, right? The guys and girls that are direct to the company, and they're usually encouraged to go out there and build a team. So now this guy gets a very nice commission, right? Their red line is a very nice red line, okay? They make some big commissions on their personal sales, but obviously he or she pays their guys smaller commissions because there's got to be a split. So if his red line is here, he's got to pay his guys a red line that's not as good as his. And then those guys, if they decide to build a team, in turn, they pay their guys a smaller commission as well. And so on and so forth, as you can imagine, the commissions keep getting diluted and diluted and diluted. That is not a problem that we have here. And I'll explain here shortly. Okay, so the bottom guys, they have no leverage. Okay, they have no leverage to build a team. And eventually, what do? They leave to another dealer to get a bigger split. In essence, again, you're creating your competition. And guys, here's the deal. This is true for even the home security business. My wife and I own an ADT dealer. Same thing. We see that it's the guys work for that dealer, then they work for that one, then they work for ours, then they work for this guy. And there was a guy that started making a small amount of money, get some experience, wants to negotiate a bigger split, but there's people above him that are making overrides on him, right? And that's been the nature of the dealer business, whether we're talking about solar or we're talking about other things, right? I'm going to show you the way that we solve that problem, okay? And here shortly, we're going to show you the way that we solve the problem. So again, here's what happens. You're training your competition. Sales reps will leave for bigger commissions and bigger opportunities. So you never really create a leveraged income. You never really create that freedom. You're always a transactional salesperson. Now, I don't know about you, but I love the solar industry, but that doesn't mean that I want to sell solar for the next 20, 30 years. I don't want to just be a salesperson trading time for money. Now, granted, we can make some great opportunity, but that's still not what I want. Eventually, here's what I believe. Those reps, they will find what we're doing, Powur Energy, and they will come on board. So why not then be a part of your sales organization is a question, okay? So here's a power difference. Everyone makes the biggest commissions possible. So you subtract the cost of goods, whatever the job costs, and I'm going to give you an example here shortly. Whatever the job cost, you subtract the cost of goods, okay? Then you go on a 70-30 split with the company. Now, you get the lion's share. Out of the company's 30%, however, they share half of that with us in the form of bonuses. And I'm going to show you the way that works here. What this does is this creates the opportunity to make anywhere from $100,000 to $1 million or more without you having to sell solar. Think about that. If you sell solar, you're going to make the biggest commissions possible than anywhere else. But how about having the opportunity where you could actually, if you choose to, build a team, your team will not leave. It would be stupid for them to leave. They get no additional benefit by them leaving. They've got the maximum benefit here, and I'm going to show you how that works. So here's a comp plan breakdown. Here's your personal sales. Let me give an example. Let's say, for example, you've got a project that costs $35,000. The cost of goods for this particular project, I just put an even $22,500. I just want to put a nice round number, $22,500. This means that there's $12,500 that are left over that you are going to split with the company. Well, the company is going to give you 70% of that $12,500. That means you just made $8,750 commission on that sale that you just made. Not too shabby. By the way, our average commission here is $7,000 bucks. That's our average commission across the 28 states that we do business in. $7,000 bucks. Okay. Anyways, in this example, we're talking about $8,750. That's your split. Out of the $12,500 that's left, 70% equals $8,750. That's your commission. What happens to the other 30%? Okay, the other 30% equals $3,750. That's Powur's cut. They actually split half of that in team commissions. This is where the overrides kick in, okay? So they split 50% with the field. So an example, again, they kept $3,750. 20% of the $3,750 is paid to the first level. So let's say you introduced me. I made that sale. I made $8,750, whatever that is. You just made $750. This is one of the bonuses, by the way. I'm going to show you the way we make thousands of dollars on the people that we introduce on every sale that they make. I'm simply breaking down the way the company splits their 30% commission. So their 30% commission, half of it, they pay out 6 levels deep. For those of you guys that are familiar with EXP Realty, this is very similar to EXP Realty, okay? We are the EXP of the solar industry. So again, half of the $3,750 that Powur kept, they're going to pay it back in team bonuses. So if you introduce me and I made that sale, you make a $750 sale. On the second level, they pay 10% of their share, and then 5% from levels 3 to level 6. And I'm going to give an example of what the potential is on this. This is not a multi-level marketing company. I want to make that very clear. I actually have been involved. I became a millionaire by the age of 30 in the multi-level marketing business. This is not it. In multi-level marketing, you get paid for recruiting people, not for the sales. We can recruit 1 million people and not make a dime unless solar is sold. I want to make that very clear. Okay. So here's the override potential. Let's say, for example, you introduce three guys that come and work with Powur. They say, hey, man, I want to get paid like a dealer, and I want to be able to sell in 28 states, and all these other benefits. Let's say each one of them is making 1 sale per month. Well, that's the average commission on that first level is $550. That's the average commission, okay? That would mean that you just made $1,650. Not bad. Let's say those 3 introduce 3, and this happens 2 more times. So now you've got 81 people on level 4. Everybody's making 1 sale per month. That's $45,000 just on the 4th level, not including the money from 3rd, 2nd, and 1st level. Keep in mind, this pays 6 levels deep. Now, the numbers are pretty outrageous if everybody's averaging 3 sales per month. Now, we know not everybody's going to average 3 sales per month. I'm just showing you this for illustration purposes, the potential. And guys, there's already people in this company making 6 figures monthly from this, okay? Keep in mind, do you have to build a team? Absolutely not. You never have to. You can just say, I'm going to go out there and sell and make the biggest commissions for myself and my family, and that's it. But if you decide to build a team, why in the world would your people leave? You're making that 70% split, and they do too. The company says, hey, out of what's left over, 70% goes to the seller. We keep 30. You make a percentage of the 30. The individual sales rep makes it 70%. It isn't like in other dealers where, well, John brought me on board and Michael brought him on board, and I know that they're both making an override on every sale that I make. So how can you advance? You can't. It's a flawed model. That is why we are crushing it. We are growing by about 150% monthly. We will be the authority in solar. We are a 6-year-old dealer. We just implemented this model last year, 2019. And let me tell you guys, we are growing by leaps and bounds. If you have not heard, I guarantee this will not be the last time they hear about Powur. Okay, let's keep going. The mentor program. There's guys on our team that are making multiple 6 figures a year with a tiny team because of this program. Here's the deal. Everyone that decides to work with Powur needs to do 3 mentor sales. That means 50-50 split sales. Once you've completed 5 on your own, however, you can now become a mentor. Okay? Now, solar pros, you only need to do 1 split sale, 1 mentor sale. You don't need to do 3, you only need to do 1. If you have at least 1 year experience with another dealer, all you need to do is do 1 split sale. That's it, instead of 3. The people that don't have experience, they need to do 3 split sales. So here's the way it works. The mentor commission example. The net commission, let's say, is $7,000. That's your 70%. That means that the consultant portion is $3,500 and the mentor sale is $3,500, right? So let's say I bring John in. John goes out there and door knocking, cold calling through his network, sell somebody a system. Okay, they get installed. The commission is $7,000 that we receive. That's our 70%. He gets half, I get half. That's a mentor sale. Everybody again has to do 3 mentor sales. Solar pros only have to do 1. Once you do 5 on your own, you now take a test for you to become a mentor, and you could do split sales for anybody in the entire company. And guys, we got people that are doing door knocking. We got people that are doing social media marketing. We got people that are just marketing through their networks. And the majority of the sales that we're doing right now, we're in the middle of the pandemic. We're in May. May 28th, as a matter of fact, I believe is May 29th is a date. Friday, May 29th, right now, the day of this recording. In May already, we already grew by over 150% than we did in March. In March, in April. In April, we grew by 100%. During the pandemic, we're built for this, okay? The training and the support and the systems in place are just, you know, head and shoulders above anybody else, okay? So here's an example of the mentor sales. Let's say, for example, you go out there and you introduce 7 solar sales professionals to come and work with us, right? Average commission with Powur, $7,000. That means that the average split sale is $3,500, okay? Let's say your team members go out there and do 3 split sales this month, okay? Just using this as an example. That means that that's 21 sales this month. 21 sales times $3,500 average split sale commission, that's $73,000, $73,500 in split sales only. Keep in mind, this does not include the 6-level pay that we talked about earlier. This is just in split sales, just with 7 guys, okay? So again, 21 split sales, 73,000 in this hypothetical example. That does not include the 20% commissions that you'd be making on level 1, okay? So if that's 21, let's say the average split sale commission is 550. Well, go ahead and add an additional $11,000 or so to that check. And what about those guys, people who they bring in? Now, guess what? They're going to want to do some mentor sales with you as well. Now you're going to earn a 10% commission on what Powur keeps from those particular sales. Guys, this compensation plan is brilliant. Why would anybody else do anything else? Why would anybody else go to the traditional model to compete, to create their competitors? Because they're not going to last. They're going to leave you. Sometimes in a traditional dealer, you got a guy that has a ton of potential, great attitude, but he's 3 levels deep. And you can't even help him as the owner because he or she is 3 levels deep. And you know that this guy's making an override on him. This guy's making an override on him. This guy's making an override on him. You can't even give him a promotion, really. It's tough to do, right? We don't have that problem here. That is one of the reasons why we're growing the way we're growing. So here's an example of the commissions. This particular guy, this is how you see all of the breakdown of all of the expenses. Then you see your total commission. Okay, it's 100% transparent. So the bottom line is this: innovation. This is the most innovative solar dealer in existence. 28 states. You are your own dealer. Your baseline, your red line, is a cost of goods. Whatever the cost of goods is, we can't do anything about it. That's the cost of goods. And we have better pricing on the cost of goods than anybody else, okay? And over the next 12 months, we will be the #1 dealer in America. Nobody will do more business than us in the next 12 months, okay? We are the Uber to taxis. We are the EXP Realty to Prudential and traditional real estate companies, okay? We are the Costco to Ralph's, and we are Powur to traditional solar companies. We are the evolution of the solar dealer. There's all roads lead to Powur Energy, okay? And finally, I'll leave you guys with this. We have an ambassador program. This is great for real estate agents. I've got a ton of real estate agents that sign up as a free ambassador program. They talk to their homeowners, their prospects. They send us a lead. When we go ahead and install, right, they get a $1,000 commission directly from the company. So this is a great lead generation program that now we tell the real estate agent or whoever their referral partner is, sign up as a free ambassador. If you refer a lead, we get it sold and it gets installed. The company sends you a check directly after it gets installed. Amazing program, doesn't cost a dime, right? So Powur Equity Ownership. On your first install, we are going to go public. And if you notice, we have the same model as EXP Realty. EXP Realty stock right now is right around $10, okay? I saw EXP's model just like this, but for real estate. So this year moves a lot faster. I saw EXP's model in 2014. Their stock back then was about 9 or 10 cents. Right now, their stock is at $10. It went up 1,000-fold. Well, guess what? We are not even in the IPO stage. So imagine what's going to happen when we go public. So whenever you make your first sale, you get 1,000 options free. Now, the first sale of your consultant, so let's say you got a consultant that you sponsored, that you brought on board and he makes his first sale, you get 50 options. He gets 100, you get 50. I personally have introduced about 25 people myself. A bunch of them already made sales. 50 options, 50 options, 50 options. This year has a tremendous potential. Yearly performance goals. If you do 25 installs in a year, you get 1,000 additional options. If you do 50 installs in a year, you get 5,000 additional options. In addition to that, you get discounted options on our program as soon as we go public, okay? So these are the solutions. This is a deal. All of the training, coaching, everything is available, right? We've got the best mentorship. We've got the best training. This is the deal, right? Scalable technology. We've got it all, right? These are the states that we're in currently. As of May 2020, these are the states that we are in. In the next month or two, we're going to be opening up 5 more states. California, Texas, and Florida. We are the general contractor in these particular states. So the bottom line is this, okay? A 70-30 split on the net revenue after the cost of goods. You got equity ownership. You get paid 6 levels deep. Those mentor commissions, guys. There are guys here with a team of 20 people making yearly income on a monthly basis, okay? There's guys here with a team of 15 to 20 people that are making what some people make in a year. These guys are making it on a monthly basis from home. This is a lot different than what you've seen out there. How do you get started? You are your own dealership. If you were to open up your own dealership, it costs you thousands of dollars. It costs you $99 one time. $100 one time. Then after that, there's a $49 monthly technology cost. This is for all of the real-time proposals. This is for all of the tools, all of the training that you need, right? Where we could show the homeowner what their monthly payment is going to be in the next 5 years, 10, 15, 20 years. We've got all the most up-to-date technology, the most robust system and technology. It's $49 a month. That's your overhead. FYI, the person that invited you to look at this video, they don't make a dime on your 99. They don't make a dime on the 49. That's not what we're in it for. That is your cost, one-time 99 onboarding fee, $49 a month. So if you want to be your own dealer, earn the biggest commissions, be with the Uber of the solar industry, the juggernaut of the solar industry, your overhead is $50 a month. That's less than the cost of coffee daily. Okay, guys. So get together with the person that invited you. If this is an ad that you saw, they wanted to share this with you because we're not in date with everybody else. We are taking, there's dealers that are closing down to bring their people here because they know that they're going to lose them to what we've got going on. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, have a great day.